Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday morning of Chem 1105 with your host, me, Dr. White. Actually, today's our last lecture of the semester. Why did the semester go by quickly? I hope you are having a good time. All right, important things to start off with. Let me remind you, next Monday, this coming Monday, the 15th, I will be giving a comprehensive 1105 final exam. Next week is finals week. We won't have any lectures. We won't have any labs. I will have my office hours. So on Monday at about 9 a.m., I will send out an email with the password for the final exam PDF file. You'll have until Tuesday, 2 p.m. to finish your final exam, upload it as a single PDF file to the assignment area of Blackboard. Now, it should take about 70 minutes or less for you to finish the actual test, but I'll be nice. Take up to 3 hours or whatever to finish the exam, but you have to have it uploaded by 2 p.m. Tuesday to Blackboard. The final exam will cover all the material this semester. The final exam has 27 problems. It's on 8 pages, and some of those problems have multiple parts. There are 5 multiple choice questions. The points break down from test 1 material, 16, 2, 44, 3, 29, and then 4, 21. It adds up to 110, which means there's 10, 10, 10 bonus points. You will need, like all semester, a scientific calculator. I reserve the right to subtract up to 50 points. Yep, 50 points for anyone who does not follow instructions or anyone who does not upload your final exam on time as a single PDF file. I'll be posting your final exams and your Chem 1105 grade by hopefully the Friday, 1 p.m. or earlier. At that time, I'll send out an announcement. I'll post an announcement. You'll get an email, your final exam score, your Chem 1105 grade, and everything else will be in Blackboard. Now, I will be posting it in the official COD grade center, and that takes up to 24 hours for you to see that. But the grade you'll see in Blackboard is the one I'll be putting in the official COD grade center. And again, there'll be no Zoom meeting, lectures, or labs next week because it's exam week, final exam week. Now, what's the best way to study for my final? And that is use your tests as practice problems. Again, you have your test number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Use those as practice problems. Also, if you go to the practice problems folder in Blackboard, I have key problems for Chem 1105 final exam. These are also more practice problems you should know how to do. And I've gone through a number of these the last couple of days. So don't forget, next Monday, I'll be giving the final exam. Now, I've given you a large window to take it, so it should not conflict with other exams you're taking. Hopefully, you're not having 5 finals on Monday or Tuesday. And that's why you've got a longer window. So again, next Monday, final exam. Now, yesterday after late evening, I think it was in the evening, I got it done. I've graded test number 4. In a little while, excuse me, we will be, I will be going through the answers for test number 4. But I will cut it out of video, but I'll set up a private YouTube video, and I'll send you the link to that. So you can, if you can't make it today, you can also see it on that video. Now, one other thing I want to mention, since I was grading your test yesterday, I didn't have time to catch up on the labs. I did most of your lab is 11. Now, what I will be doing by Saturday morning at the latest, I will grade or have graded all of the labs you have submitted. I would recommend Saturday morning, go to Blackboard. By the way, the final lab we had yesterday is due this Saturday. Oh, that's not nice to point. Don't point. The final lab, I'll do it again, is due this. Ooh, look at the eyes. Is due this Saturday. So make sure you get it in so I can get that graded too. If I would by Saturday for sure, check labs 1 through 12 in Blackboard. If I have not graded one you have submitted, email me immediately so I can grade it and put it in your grade folder, or to grade my grade book, and also on Blackboard. By the way, the one in Blackboard is just a copy of the one I keep on my computer at home. And I also have a couple of backups just to be safe. So don't forget, the lab we did yesterday, the chromatography lab, is due Saturday. And with that, let's continue with going through now test number 4. All right. Now, again, this Monday final exam, but I haven't finished the review yet. So let's go through and finish test number 3 review. We had talked about molarity, and let's go to the problem set and do the 2-step problem for molarity. Now, yesterday we talked about molarity, and molarity is moles per 1,000 milliliters. Let's do 9 again first. And not again, but let's do it. How many moles KOH are in 888 grams of KOH? We're trying to find moles of KOH. Oh, this is the wrong one. All right. Oh, I see what I'm doing, the wrong one. Now I'm at the right one. All right. Sorry about that. As I mentioned the first day of class, and I'll say it again the last day, Dr. White doesn't walk on water, and I stay off of ice too, unless I have to. In other words, I can't make mistakes. All right, let's go through, first of all, number 6. This is from Chapter 5, Part 2, Solutions Problem, which was on Test 3. Now, what does 1.34 capital M NaH and HCl mean? M, molarity. That's 1.34 moles of hydrochloric acid per 1,000 milliliters. Now, let's look at number 9. How many moles sodium fluoride? That's the stuff they put in your toothpaste to make sure your teeth don't get cavities, or helps give you better dental health. And I'm sure my dentist, actually, who's a doctor, Dr. Angerame, would like me telling you that. By the way, if you need a good dentist, he's in Palatine. He's worth the drive. Dr. Angerame, you should go. Contact me and I'll give you his contact information. I'm telling you that. If you need a good eye surgeon, I have one. He's in Hoffman Estates. A year and a half ago, I had major, and I mean major, cataract problems, and he did cataract surgery on both of my eyes. If you go back and look at a lot of my older videos for like this class, you'll see I have my glasses on. I no longer do because of Dr. Caban, a great eye surgeon, and all the people who work for him. Same thing for Dr. Andre, my dentist. Well, I'm on a medical kit. My cardiologist, Dr. Lupovich with NCH Group, is fantastic. I'm alive because of him. Thank you, Dr. Lupovich. And finally, my general practitioner, doctor in NCH, who's fantastic, Dr. Valareso. And she is amazing too. Where I am, NCH Group medical group has some of the best medical professionals I've ever dealt with. My general practitioner, my cardiologist, I can't remember his name, I only went once. They have some great skin doctors. When I had a problem 2 summers ago with some skin problems, cleared that up like that. Sorry, I forgot his name. Yeah, but they have great people. All right, back to this. Let's do number 9. How many moles of sodium fluoride are in 12.5 of a 0.254 capital M NaF sodium fluoride solution? We're trying to find, and I don't have there, but that should have moles of NaF. We're given the milliliters, and we're given this number 0.245 capital M NaF, excuse me. And what does that mean? Capital M, molarity. And that's moles of sodium fluoride, 0.245 per 1,000 milliliters of solution. And we start here. This is the only thing we have to work with, really. 12.5 milliliters sodium fluoride. We're trying to get to moles of sodium fluoride. We have a ratio. How do we need to convert this to this? How do we know what goes on top and bottom of that ratio? It's time to use your good friend, your good buddy. I love this whistle siren. Unit analysis. Whatever you're trying to get to, units go on top of the ratio. Whatever you're trying to get rid of goes underneath. Where do you get these numbers? From the molarity. 0.245 moles of sodium fluoride per 1,000 milliliters. Milliliters cancel out. You're left with moles of sodium fluoride. Hey, which is what we want. And you do the math. Remember, 3 significant, 3 exact number to 1,000. You get the same number of significant figures in your answer as the number that you multiply or divide by that has the fewest, and therefore that's 3 significant figures. Now, let's look at number 12. How many grams of H2SO4, sulfuric acid, are needed to make 345.5 milliliters of a 6.77 times 10 to the minus 2 capital M H2SO4 sulfuric acid solution? What are you being asked to find? Grams of sulfuric acid. What are you given? Milliliters of the solution you need to make, 345.5, and you're also given 6.77 times 10 to the, and that should be minus 2 here. I made a mistake here. Oops. This should be -2, and this should be different. So I made a mistake. Sorry about that. This is -3, and this would be -5. So, well, let's go to another problem. Let's do this one. Let's see, did I get that right? Yep. All right, let's do 11. How many grams of sodium chloride need to make 345 milliliters of 6.789 capital M NaCl solution? I'll have to correct that problem whenever. And here we have grams of sodium chloride. We're given, that's what we're trying to find. We're given how many milliliters solution we have to make, and we're given this number 6.789 capital M NaCl. And whenever you see a number capital M, a formula, that's molarity, moles of solute per 1,000 milliliters. And that means it's 6.789 moles of sodium chloride per 1,000 milliliters. Now, there's no way in one step I can go from 345 milliliters to grams of a compound. You can't in a solution problem like this. So what do? And I highly recommend before Monday, all of you look at important information, final exam. It's in the lecture folder of Blackboard for Chem 1105, my Chem 1105. And if you go down a little, you'll see molarity, two-step problem. Step 1, milliliters to moles. Step 2, moles to grams. And while we're here, let me remind you, 1 mole of a compound equals the molecular weight of that compound in grams. This is important information, final exam 2. And the molecular weight of that compound is the sum of all atomic weights. So step 1, milliliters to moles. We have milliliters. We want to get the moles of sodium chloride. Use your good friend, your good buddy, unit analysis. Whatever we're trying to get to goes on top of the ratio. Whatever we're trying to get rid of goes underneath. Where do we get these numbers? From the molarity. 6.789 moles of sodium chloride per 1,000 milliliters. That's where I got those numbers. Milliliters divided by milliliters cancel out. I'm left with moles of sodium chloride, which is what I want. Now, 3 significant figures, 4 significant figures, the 1,000 exact number, and it doesn't play a role in the calculation or significant figures determination of this calculation. You're out of here. But anyways, therefore, when you multiply and divide, you get the same number of significant figures in your answer as the number that has the fewest significant figures of your answer. Or of them, let me do that again. You get the same number of significant figures in your answer as the numbers you're multiplying and dividing by that have the fewest significant figures. 3, 4 exact numbers used. So my answer for this step has 3 significant figures. Now, as I've mentioned numerous times, when you have a multi-step problem like this, multiple step calculations, there's 2 philosophies. One, you round off at each step. I'm a round off at each step person, or you round off at the end. And for my final, just like my exams, I calculate both ways. And if there's a difference, either answer would be correct. So in this case, I rounded off. And now step 2, take the moles we just calculated, 2.34, and convert that to grams of sodium chloride. Here's the moles. We want to get to grams. Use your good buddy, your good friend, unit analysis. Whatever you're trying to get to goes on top of the ratio. whatever you're trying to get rid of goes underneath. And where do I get a relationship of moles of a compound to grams of a compound? 1 mole equals the molecular weight of a compound, and the molecular weight is the sum of all atomic weights. Now, on the final exam, it's like I will say in the last 2 exams, please use proper significant figures for all calculated answers, and please use 3 significant figures for all atomic weights. And I've done this many times, so I'm not going to show you. Get the get the atomic weight for sodium, 3 significant figures, 23.0. For chlorine, 35.5. Add them together. Remember, when you add, you get the same number of significant figures to the right of the decimal as the number that has the fewest significant figures to the right of the decimal. 1, 1. My answer has 1 significant figure to the right of the decimal. Oh, it works too. I said it was bad humor Wednesday. That was bad. Stop it. Stop it. But anyways, 1 mole of a compound equals the molecular weight. 1 is exact number, 3 significant, 3 significant, and I get 3 significant figures for my answer. Now, notice I have both ways. If you only round it off at the end, you get the same answer for this problem. And with that, I'm done with test number 3 review. Now, I'm not going to do a test number few. Uh-oh, my jaw's got to be fixed. Hold on while I reset it. All right, I'm not going to do, I said it was really bad humor Wednesday. It is. All right, I'm not going to do a review for test number 4 because I just did it on Wednesday, not Wednesday, on Tuesday. So I'm not going to do that. But I will mention that in Blackboard, in the recommended problems, and I also have the answers, you will see, just like you see on your screen, let me make sure that's what you see, and it is key problems or practice problems for my final exam next Monday. And these are from the various tests. You can use your test too, or tests also. Your 4 exams, tests, hourly exams or tests as practice problems. That's where I took these from. And you should go through and try these. If you can't do these, you're not going to do well on the final exam. And you should go through, I've just done most of these, I've just done the last couple of days, but you should go through this. The only thing I don't have, which you can look at the practice problems organic or test number 4, are a couple more of the organic problems, like how many carbons in a molecule and what's the product or products for these reactions. Actually, I take that back. I do have this one. And remember, when you're doing a reaction other than combustion, reacting it with oxygen, you don't break carbon-carbon single bonds. And with that, I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm done for the semester. Unfortunately, on a class like this, internet class, I don't get to meet a lot of you like I would if we were face-to-face. But I hope this semester you've enjoyed my videos and you've enjoyed me teaching you chemistry. The world of chemistry, my world of chemistry, which is now your world of chemistry, is a fun world. And it's all around us. Now, if you like what I did this semester, please go to ratemyprofessor.com and put something down. If you didn't like what I did this semester, please go to ratemyprofessor.com and put something down. Also, please do the online student evaluation for this course for me, I'd appreciate it. Now, I won't see that until next semester. And even when I do, I don't know who put what down. Same thing with ratemyprofessor.com. And don't forget, tonight I have my office hour from 6 to 7:15 if you need any help. Don't forget, this Saturday, the lab we did yesterday, the chromatography lab, is due. And also by this Saturday, I guarantee if you've handed in labs 1 through 12, I will grade them. And if I haven't, looked in Blackboard. If you don't see a grade for any of those labs, 1 for 12, email me. And with that, I'm done for today. I'm done for the semester. Next week is finals week. Don't forget, on Monday, I'll give the final. They'll have until Tuesday, 2 p.m. to upload it. And I'm done. So for the final time, I will say, Gang gesund, that's Yiddish for going hell. Even though they declared the pandemic over, it's still out there. Be careful. And again, I'll say, Gang gesund. Goodbye. I stole that from Granny of the Beverly Hillbillies. Bye for now. Bye for the semester. Thank you for taking my class.